So hello people. I just finished my morning noting session. Mm, yeah, and I want to talk about it a little bit. Oh man. Whoa. I'm kinda a little high, I guess. That's the wrong word for it. Oh dude, it's so weird. Uh, so noting in a nutshell is kind of labeling direct, immediate sensory experience. So, like, I'm sitting there and I go, like, in my head, just labeling, feel, see, hear, hear, see, think. Something like that. Wow, I'm too relaxed right now. Oh, it's so weird. Um, oh man, it's so interesting. Dude, I don't know. I can't describe it. It's just like, oh, it's so esoteric. Fuck me. I'm sorry. Well. Well, I'll just like shoot, you know. So it's really weird because at some point, noting for me, it kind of like actually labeling and doing the kind of word is like too much, and at some point, it's almost like hearing just like recognizes itself or something. It's like, oh yeah, there's hearing. And it's like, oh, feeling. And it's like sometimes it just kind of recognizes itself very clearly or something like that. And that's what I'm going for. And then also I'm kind of going towards mm, like this kind of not getting stuck on some experience. Like it, especially thoughts are very tricky. When I think, I don't know, it feels like, yeah, it's very easy to get stuck on a thought. Or it's sort of like I hear something and then there's like a meta thought voice going, not necessarily a voice, but it's like, oh yeah, now we do this or now this, and it's like just this subtle movement which is kind of trying to control what comes next, but it is part of what's next, you know, like that movement is just what comes next. And it's so interesting to, it's kind of hard, like that movement doesn't really recognize itself as like purely, bro, no one under, bro, I don't think anyone understands what I'm saying, I'm sorry, but it's like so weird. And you know what's also super interesting is like whatever is there is just there, you know, like it's not like there is something and then I look at it. It's more like yeah, there's something. Yeah, there just is some, and it's like so immediate. When there is something, there is something. And it's so weird because it's not like you look at like nothingness and then slowly the thing arises. It doesn't feel like that. It's like, oh yeah, it's here. And it's like you don't, there is, it's so weird, man. I can't explain it. Yeah, and what I'm kind of like the, oh, it's so weird. It's almost like when noting, I try to just get very mindful that the thing recognizes itself very much and very clearly, and also I try to not get stuck on anything too much, so it can just like, I don't get sucked into kind of for, bro, I don't even know. It's like I don't even know what mindfulness is. You know, it's like that's one of my leading questions. What does it mean to be mindful? I have no fucking clue. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and then something I do in the background is kind of just dropping everything constantly. It's just completely relaxing, and it's so nice. It's just like, bah, it's so relaxing. Bah, it's like everything is just light and not like light, like not like sunlight, but like just not heavy. It's very feather light, and yeah, it's very nice. And everything just kind of falls. It's very, ooh. I'm not very content with my explanations. I have to admit that. Yeah, and then from time to time, I kind of go like, what is this? And what is this is like the nicest trigger for me. It's so good. It's just, it, what is this kind of points right at this. Like this right here. What is this? In a very productive way. Oh, it's way too esoteric. Fuck me. Yeah, I'm sorry, but oh, it's so good. So good. And it's so interesting. It's almost like I start with noting, and I like noting, trying to really like recognize itself and like not get stuck and like drop the background, just completely relax, just everything relax, and just let this happen, but really pay attention. And it's, oh, it's so interesting. Oh, I can't, oh wow. And then at some point it's more, it's it's just me being curious about things, kind of. It's, I don't feel like I'm saying like a lot. Wow. Mm. It's more of an open investigation at some point, but noting is super great for establishing mindfulness. And I feel like I might drop noting too quickly at some points, but also not. It's weird. It's definitely very productive what I'm doing, but I, yeah, it's wow. Oh, it's so interesting. It's like, bah. I'm sorry, it's very useless. Oh, wonderful. It's just, it's so weird because it's like very curious, but it's not trying, and like that curiosity is trying to kind of get somewhere, but at the same time it's like curiosity about this right here, right now. So it's like not trying to get somewhere. And it's that woobity woobity, I don't fucking know. It's so good. Wow. And what's super interesting is like that, you know, Shinzen Yang calls it the, oh, how does he? The turning point of the moving world or something. It's like, what, you know, what connects hearing and then feeling. Like if I concentrate on hearing and feeling, and it's like, do they switch? But also they don't switch, because there isn't like a going from there to there. It's just this and then this, and this then this is like there's nothing in between, and that nothingness turning point of the still world connecting, the somethingnesses is so good. Oh man, so cool. Yeah, okay. Bye bye.